Okay, so after a couple of go-throughs, after I charted that out and tightened everything up, we're going to go ahead and make the final product. It's not hard. Open my toolkit, show you a few things before I load anything, and what you have to do. To make your custom. So I'm going to go ahead and click on configuration here. Don't worry about RS1 because I'm not making them for RS1. For any customs that you have to, or that you want to create and release on Customs Forge or anything, you must have the Smashing Pumpkins Cherub Rock. You must purchase it in order to release it on Customs Forge. It's the standard one that they use. So, just to be clear, you've got to have your path set for Rocksmith and Rocksmith 2014. If you're making them for Rocksmith, you need that. If not, it's not important. I don't have anything set for my Wise path or WWise path because I've got it installed. It knows where it's at. It's pretty easy to select for the default version. The game version we're going for is Rocksmith 2014. Your PC platform. I don't worry about anything. I set my default scroll speed to 2.7. As opposed to this version here, it was defaulted at 2, and that's the way I've always done my customs. If you don't like them, don't play them. What can I say? My default quality factor for the music, I have set at 7. Low bass tuning on. My sources for source platform for the converter is PC. I also make these for PS3, so I have that set as the target platform. My default DDC, I have these set at default for ramp up and configuration, or rampage and configuration file. I'm talking too much. And I have my phrase length set at 28. I hardly ever get up to 28 bars in any of my measures. The most I think I've ever had is 22 to 24, and I have it set to auto generate. So this is all done for me. So we're going to go back here and we'll just resets everything. So I'm going to add the file. I'm going to take the arrangement that we just did. Sleeping bag. There you can see we have our bass path, and then I have my custom tone in there. I can't load the tone in here. What I'm looking for is the bass path. So that's going to pull up all the information I need. It's going to tell me what tuning it's in and all that good stuff. And the metadata that we saved back in Audacity is all proper up here now. The only thing we need to do is I normally take my volume down. I hit song volume, so the song volume and preview volume are the same. If you set this back at 7, if you click on the preview volume, it will not translate across the two. So I always do my song volume, and as you can see, they're coming across on their own. We have our Smashing Pumpkins set in default, so that's where we're at. And it's pretty clearly stated that it's 112 beats per minute, as we figured out when we were doing it. I always do mine at version 3. You must have that in there before you can compile. We have our chart. So we're going to go, once we loaded our chart, it's defaulted to that folder for this one. So we're going to pull our album art over, and we are going to load our song. I never load the OOG. I always use the WAV file that Editor on File creates, or Editor on Fire creates. Gotta slow down, been talking too much today. So we're going to use that one. Now I can come up here and click my PS3, so it'll also create my PS3 file at the same time. Now, I don't know what other people do on tones, but I found I have a hard time if I have two tones in there and don't have a tone change. So what I normally do, I have my tone, which I put in all my customs. It is just a clean tone. I've had it set up, it works, it's saved the way it should. And we're going to click OK. So that loads up there. There's my tone for my customs. I'm going to highlight default. I'm going to click remove. Yes. And then I'm going to generate. And it's going to go through a few minutes through WWise to do its thing, which is already configured to do as we set up, to do what it needs to do. I never had to do anything but install. I have used WWise when I was making customs for Rocksmith. When I started making my customs, you had to go in and use that stuff. But now with 2014 and the new toolkits, all you have to do is point it towards it and it does the rest. So this is going to take a second. I'll be right back. And we're back. Now it's going to go ahead and create the file. I use the band name, song name, and then version, the way I have it set. It's got its own little custom tag up here, which was the second message it was saying. If I were to go and recompile this, it's going to have the same name up here, but it's actually going to have a different tag. So it's not going to go right into Rocksmith and be the same as it was before if I edit it. It's going to start it all over again. And it usually it is a pretty quick process. And I want to open the folder where it was generated. And there's our brand new custom. So I'm going to take and copy this. paste it into my DLC folder, which I have a shortcut on my desktop for. And I'm going to take these two. I'm going to cut those. I'll go up, up, go down into my version 3 folder. Let's make another new folder. CZ top. Couple new folders here. One for PC. And one for PS3. I'm going to paste my two files. I'm going to take the PC, put it in there, the PS3, and put it in there. And that's the file I'll be uploading later to Mega after I test this out. Go ahead and close the toolkit. I'm going to go back up here, go into the CZ top, sleeping bag. These are all the files I end up with. I only keep a few, so I'm going to get rid of the waves and the WYS files and my most of my OOGs. So we're going to highlight all these. I don't need backups. I do need that. Wrong key. So let's try that again. Okay, so I don't need the notes. I don't need the backups. Or I don't need the backups. I need the notes. And I don't need this file to be saved. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all those. It's going to leave me with 7 files. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the important stuff, if I need to open this file back up again, I'm going to go ahead and add this to an archive. Pretty quick little process. And that song is done. And I'll put this in my zip folder. And just so you see, that's a whole buttload of customs that I've done. Not that you can see me scrolling so fast. How many exactly have I done? Let's see. I think there's a few I'm missing in there too. So I've got 279 customs posted. Good stuff. I'll close that. Let's go take a look in Rocksmith, see how it sounds.
Rocksmith. Okay, now you can probably hear me again. I'll give this a quick test and we'll see how it's going. Of course, this is way above my skill level, but this is why I use dynamic difficulty. Let's go see if it's popped up yet.
Learn a song.
I'm happy just to be with you. And little baby, let's call it rock and roll. When she's in the mood, when she
What happens on my tripod? And there is our custom. Guess I was only a drop D last night. Hopefully this straightens up pretty quick. Little slow because it's membrane.
Spread it out, lay it
Successful custom created.
Excellent performance.
Spread it out, lay it on down. Super Saiyan sleeping bag. Super Saiyan sleeping.
Didn't want to blast your ears out, so. And that will be the last video here. I will do importing a guitar profile on another video. It's not too much different. So that's it.